Well, Gold Star families who have lost loved ones in the military struggle with feelings of grief long after their loss. One unique program is helping them find hope, connection, and healing by taking a literal leap of faith. Brody Carter brings us that story from high above Rayford, North Carolina.
I'm here to celebrate my son. 12 years ago, he died by suicide.
I really want to do this. I'm a little scared, but I feel hopefully I'll be able to release a lot of things that I've been holding on to.
For Gold Star families like Shelton Thornton from Louisiana, the pain of losing a child, parent, or a loved one who served our country can seem like an ever-present anchor dragging them down.
Any questions, any thoughts?
My son's right here with me.
That's right.
First Lieutenant David Wright.
You're going to take David flying with us today?
Yeah.
Operation Support Our Troops America, working with the help of the all-veteran group parachute team, taking skydivers 14,000 feet into the sky to help them find strength and courage to take the next step forward.
5,000 feet off the ground, there's a very different view of North Carolina. Now, today is not about the acceleration of a free fall, but today we are celebrating the Gold Star families who've lost loved ones, who are celebrating their heroes. And it's an opportunity to find hope, healing, and a new perspective on life.
Yes, my dad was in the Army, and in ROTC, he did everything that they allowed him to do except for jump out of the plane, so I'm doing this because he couldn't.
We get the incredible opportunity of providing moments of healing for these people. You know, the biggest thing is we've all been through dark periods of our life. God's not done with us. So I get the chance to be part of something so much bigger than life, that we get to be part of helping others heal from certain darkness and difficulties.
Families from as far as California come here to Rayford, North Carolina, in hope of moving forward.
I would say the easiest way to talk about it is that grief is something that you use. You're not possessed by it. We're trying to help set them free from the psychological traps that happen because of emotions like grief that feel like they've taken over our lives, but they really haven't.
Clinical psychologist Dr. Doug McKinley has partnered with Operation Support Our Troops America from the beginning, and he sees the leap of faith as transformational.
It was absolutely amazing. First day of the rest of my life.
Well, it doesn't help with the grief. It actually excites everything, but when we tie it to the message that we're trying to say to get them to let go of their fears, the metaphor is that you can literally physically let go and also psychologically let go.
Thank you for taking good care of us.
Absolutely.
It was amazing grace.
Deb Rickert started Operation Support Our Troops in 2003 by putting together care packages in her garage. When some of those soldiers didn't return home, she created the Leap of Faith event to support those families.
Having two sons that deployed repeatedly and did come home, you know, we feel, my husband and I feel like we have a debt of gratitude that we have to repay. Our hope with the 3 days that we have with these people is that this is going to change their life. This is going to kind of make them live intentionally, even though this horrible journey has been put upon them.
In addition to free falls, the 3-day retreat offers families help through seminars, professional counseling, and spending time in nature.
You don't like to sing now.
Such as equine therapy at Southern Eighth's Farm in Chesterfield, South Carolina.
Spencer, when he was little, he wrote lots of sayings, and one of the things he wrote was, "Who says you cannot touch the stars?" I just feel that I got a little closer to God by being up there.
Bart and Alexia Collar lost their 21-year-old son Spencer last year in an Osprey crash. He initially survived and went back in an attempt to save the trapped pilots. While he partially unbuckled their restraints, all three tragically lost their lives.
Out of horrible loss, it continues to bear fruit, and we're convinced that Spencer and Evan are just up in heaven, dangling those strings down, just laughing at us, you know, making things happen, because it has not been dull ever since that crash for us.
Those who've experienced this grief understand it's a web that binds them, not just to the past, but to one another. Through shared stories and pain, Gold Star families can transform loss into love and find that even the heaviest burdens can be carried together. Their stories remind us that courage isn't the absence of fear. It's facing it, one leap, one step at a time.
Pay it forward. If you see a soldier, walk up to them, shake their hand. thank you for your service. If you see a person that's non-military, or whether they are or not, say hey to them, because you never know what that person is going through that day. And you could change their lives.
It was absolutely amazing. It's epic. Thank you for that opportunity. My gosh.
Thank you.
Reporting in Rayford, North Carolina, Brody Carter, CBN News.
Oh, what a wonderful story, and what a wonderful therapy session. I encourage anyone, whether you're a Gold Star family or you're just living in life, you're going to go through grief. And in that, make sure you grieve. Don't push it off. The adage is, the more you push it away, the more you're going to be paying rent on it. The big thing with grief is it's okay to feel it. And the Bible tells us, the Apostle Paul's, it's a commandment, grieve with those who grieve. Allow yourself, give yourself the privilege to feel it and to be in it. And then in that, surrender it to Jesus. I like to admonish people. God knows exactly what it means to lose a child. He's not a stranger to this. And he is the God of all comfort. He knows exactly what you're feeling. So go ahead and feel it. And in that process, realize he identifies with you, and you, in that suffering and in grief, you can now identify with him.